Aisha Yesufu reacts as P2B said by 2027, Nigerians in diaspora will have voices via ballots. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Aisha Yesufu tackled the Labour Party presidential aspirant P2B after he revealed that by the 2027 election, all Nigerians in the diaspora must have voices via absentee ballots. Aisha Yesufu noted that she reminds P2B that he enters the presidential seat of his promise. According to her, she hopes that P2B will not be like other presidential aspirants that make promises that they cannot keep when they win elections. Aisha Yesufu said she will screenshot P2B's tweets and she will remind him before he forgets. Aisha Yesufu said, "My job is to make demands and hold P2B accountable once he gets into office." Aisha Yesufu noted that if P2B does not make his plan good, he should know that she will come after him and make sure that he fulfills it. In conclusion, she advised P2B to remember that she will be the first to castigate him if he fails on his campaign promises. Aisha Yesufu's post on Twitter read thus: "Let me screenshot this to remind Obi when he gets into office by the grace of God. My job is to make demands and hold him accountable when he gets into office." She made the post in reaction to P2B's post, which read thus: "We will continue to engage the Nigerian diaspora in ways that is mutually beneficial. By 2027 election, Nigerian diaspora must have a voice via absentee ballots." Well, and this is the work of every Nigerian. Sincerely. If you ask me, now all of us supposed to do this thing where Aisha did do. Hold these people accountable. There should be ways we can hold them accountable. We should disturb them until they should not, they should not be too far. Like I said in other news I read, there's a particular news article I read and said, do you know that not just, let me just say the Americans, all this country you refer to as developed nations, if things want to happen there, in as much as maybe their lights, they won't seize their light for 30 minutes, they need to do something. Do you know how many they go give announcements, tell the people, communicate, they will communicate it to the people that, oh, from this time to this time, see what thing will happen. There will be the practice the government where there's communication. Yes, it's not like I'm saying they're 100% perfect, but I'm saying that line of communication so that you are held accountable to what you say. You're supposed to be doing it as well. So as P2B, they make promises, making no. Like I've said before, let me also remind us that nobody among the presidential candidates has a magic wand. Don't expect anyone to come in and when the opponent comes in, immediately the person comes in 1 to 3 to 6 months or 1 year, you expect the person to do, oh, Nigeria gets better, Nigeria gets better, you roll the magic wand around and you say, oh, it happened. No. There are times even when if your favorite gets into that seat of power, things will be tough. In fact, there was once upon a time I was saying that, you see that presidential seat? Hey, that presidential seat, my people, now hot seats. You see now, let me remind you what's on ground so that you know. Number one, we have insecurity, which without settling this insecurity, without making sure that the country and state and local government, it's secured, there is no growth anywhere. Number two, we have what? Economic decay. We have our country have been plunged, our economy have been plunged 50 years backward. That means the person will first of all come in, chase it that 50 years backward to catch it and start healing it, start dragging it to a place where we say, you go come where we saying day before for 2015 or maybe 2013 or 2012 or 2010. Then before the person will not start making it better. And say, make a reminder now. And let me go back to the first one. The insecurity we have in Nigeria is not just ethno-religious crisis. So there is bandits, there is ISWAP, there is Boko Haram. There are also unknown gunmen. Did you hear it? And there are also politicians who sponsor these people. Now make I just the talk. Why? I'm not saying this to discourage anyone. I am saying that once upon a time, I used to say, person will go that seat. If the person, even if the person mean well, the person will collect water, because even the people who put them in no go know it in the face. So I just want to remind us that in case your favorite gets there, and maybe you start to hear make you know it's hard. And people that are making promises should also know it is hard and difficult, but it's not impossible. Should also know that small with the promises, it is not easy as you think. Ruling the family, just your family, the man being a mother or father to your children, is very difficult. Not to talk of ruling more than how many million people who do not have the same views and opinions as you. I say make I give an these 2 cents so that I no go talk say anybody gets magic wand. Okay. Aisha Yesufu, I solemnly in support of your view to screenshot all his promises, especially from his Twitter handle. Exactly. This is how not even we are supposed to be doing it. So that we go to remind them, in go to see and say, not true, I talk say this one, in case he don't forget. That is why I am always not happy when these people now, the PA to the president, or his special advisors, they will come and start saying Nigerians are not grateful. We are the ones that are doing these people's job. We make the job easier by the time where you remind them the one we promise diaspora people, or you remind them the one we promise, when it comes to economy, the economical sector, you remind them the one we promise educational sector, the power sector. You don't have them they do their work. Waiting go happen go come be say, in go they charged. If you don't forget, in go remember. Madam, you are 100% right. I am solidly with you as a B. I believe he's not making all those promises for nothing's sake. I'm just saying that everybody should step on the pedal. All presidential candidates, not even talking about to be alone. Step on the pedal. That's it. That's it. Hey, he says they laugh. I never go there before. I never test them, but I'm telling you, that's it. Now hot seat. When they say the greater the how do they speak that English? Maybe say, if they give you something, the greater the blessing, the greater the difficulty. Now so it could be the sweet power, the sweet to control things. They sweet, but at the same time, you get the very bitter and sour part of it. Okay, I don't give my 2 cents. Anybody will get ear, make it hear. Okay, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy.